Why are Man United such a badly run club? Genuinely. Like, there is an argument to say that they are the worst run club in the Premier League. It's like the right decision is there staring them in the face and they do the wrong thing and they take the wrong decision. I don't understand it. Why are they so badly ran? I was told by Saeed when Ineos came in, it's a new era, Ineos, Omar Barada, this, that and the third. It's actually laughable how bad they are at running a football club. It's laughable. If they're not laying off staff to try and cut corners when you got tons of underperforming, overpaid players at their club on crazy salaries, then they're overspending on mid or crap. Like, sorry, I just had to record this video because there's a lot of these thoughts that I have about these clubs, and I need to get them out. I really do, because this Man United thing is really bad. The big six, or conversations aside, or Twitter interactions, it's not enough. It is not enough. I need to vent because I don't even support the club, and even I'm fed up of how they do business. I have no ties to United. I have no skin in that game whatsoever. If anything, I want the misery to continue. I do. However, just from a football fan point of view on how things should be, how business should be done, they're just bad at it. Like, it actually offends me how bad they are at managing their football club. Whether it's Ineos, Omar Barada, whoever it is, Jim Ratcliffe, they just stink. And the latest installment of the Man United madness is this, right? So David Ornstein tweeted an exclusive recently. So his exclusive is Bryan Mbeumo. Bryan Mbeumo, everyone knows Man United have been chasing Bryan Mbeumo for the last, 2 months? Since May. Since the season finished, they've been chasing Bryan Mbeumo. And Mbeumo's basically come out, according to all the verified club sources and journals, and said he only wants Man United. That news was confirmed like a month and a half ago, that he only wants Man United. Newcastle was sniffing, we were sniffing, snuffed, because he wants United. And yet, here we are, more than halfway through July, and he still hasn't signed for Man United. He still hasn't signed. David Ornstein tweeted, Man United make improved bid to sign Bryan Mbeumo from Brentford. New offer for 26-year-old worth £65 million fixed plus £5 million in add-ons. Man United waiting Brentford's response as they work to close deal for Cameroon international and top target. Now, you would imagine that this will get it done. That's a 70 million package deal in terms of transfer fees. And for what it's worth, Brentford are already looking at his replacement. They've already made a bid for Amari Hutchinson. So it looks like that's going to be their target to replace Mbeumo. So I expect that this deal will probably go through now. But my thing is, why did it take them so long to realise that it would have to take this number to sign him? And what makes it worse is, I reckon if they had bid a £65 million package, guaranteed, at the start, they would have landed in Mbeumo ages ago. But now, you've left it, you were bidding, what did they bid? I think the first bid was around 60 million fixed, then it was 60 million including add-ons, then it went up to 62.5 million including add-ons. And this is their fourth bid. And now they're ending up paying more. Now they're ending up paying more for their target, as per. And this isn't a transfer rumour video. This is literally just a video to say that Man United are terribly, terribly, terribly bad at doing business. Because how on earth have they spent almost 2 months on the negotiation table and your price has gone up in terms of the amount you're willing to put down for the player? The price has gone up. It hasn't gone down. It's gone up. You've ended up paying 70 million for this guy when you probably could have got him for 65 million a month, 2 months ago. Brentford, listen, everyone knows Brentford, they're not just going to sell their players willy-nilly. They're not. So all these cute little bids at the start, just give them what they want initially, and you probably would have landed the player ages ago. But it's typical Man United. I remember with Mason Mount, like United, they just do dumb things. They just do so many stupid things, honestly. And the Bruno Fernandes one is the cherry on the icing of the cake, because they've been breaking piggy banks, opening their wallets, searching through the crevices of their sofas just to cobble together the few quid that they can to put together a deal that actually satisfies Brentford. Yeah. But had they had sold Bruno Fernandes when that Saudi bid came in a couple of months ago, they wouldn't be in this position. They had £100 million cash, dinero. They had £100 million cash thrown in their faces. Saudi said, here, take this. And they were going to give Bruno £100 million package over 3 years. That's a £200 million deal. Yes, I get it. Bruno didn't want to leave your club. But surely somebody with a brain should have spoken to Bruno Fernandes and said, hey, you know what? Listen, you might be our best player. In fact, I think he is their best player right now. But you're 31 years old. Thank you for your service. This offer is too good to turn down. We appreciate all your hard work. Off you go. Go get your money. Let us get our money. If you really love the club, let us take this money. Let us improve the squad. Let us get better. But no, they knocked it back. They rejected it. And now, after they shelled out 62.5 million on Cunha, and now look at them literally just cobbling whatever they can to buy Mbeumo. If they get Mbeumo over the line, that's the money done. That's the money done. And now they're in a territory where they're dependent on player sales. And player sales, Rashford is still on the books. Garnacho is still on the books. Malacia is still on the books. Sancho is still on the books. All on crazy wages, because Man United are the only club stupid enough to keep paying these players crazy money. That's some of the reasons why players go to United. I look back on one deal that they did that, like, it literally defies all logic. And it's so Man United. And I said this at the time. I said, this is a really bad deal. It is such a bad deal. I can't even comprehend how bad this deal is. And I said this on the Big Six. The evidence is there. This was 2 summers ago. Yeah? 2 summers ago. So this was the summer of 2023. Mason Mount said he wanted to leave Chelsea. He had a year left on his deal. And good old Man United said, you know what? Year left on your deal. We're going to pay you £60 million. We're going to give you £60 million for Mason Mount. And then we're going to put Mason Mount on £200,000 plus a week. What sensible club does this? The player could literally be yours for free in 12 months and he wants to go to United. You could have drove the price down. And if Chelsea didn't want to sell him at the price point that you wanted, you could have left it and you could have signed him the following season. Real Madrid, I'm sure they wanted Trent Alexander-Arnold last summer. What did they do? They waited. A smart club waits. A smart club takes £100 million for a 31-year-old Bruno Fernandes, who, yes, he's a good player, but isn't a great player, because they know that 100 million will improve their squad. A smart club, yeah, recognises the price that Brentford would want to release Mbeumo and would get close or at that price point earlier on, and you get the player through the doors. But Man United are not a smart club. They are not a well-run club, sorry. They are a badly ran club. They just stink. And now look at them. Listen, Mbeumo, that would be a fantastic signing for them, in my opinion. I think Mbeumo and Cunha, it takes them up several levels. You now have technical quality in your team and you have efficiency and output. You have guys who are scoring goals and are producing in this league. And for me, that adds a lot of points to their position that they ended up in last year, because let's be honest, goals change games and goals win games. They do. So I expect those two signings to take Man United up another level and get them back into European contention, or at the very least challenging for a European spot. But we will see. We will see, because they still need to fix their midfield. They still need to sign some defenders, and they still need to get rid of all the deadwood. A well-run club, or well-ran club, sorry, I would trust to try and maybe engineer certain situations to get the best possible outcome come 31st of August. But Man United, no chance. They are a terribly, terribly, terribly ran team. And if you think I'm being too harsh, let me know in the comments why. And if you agree with me, let me know in the comments why you agree. Peace.